Microplastics, the invisible pollution entering our world. For decades, plastic has been celebrated as one of humanity's most useful inventions. Lightweight, durable, and inexpensive, it has transformed industries ranging from medicine to transportation. Yet the very qualities that made plastic so successful have also created one of the most significant environmental challenges of the modern age. Among the most concerning aspects of this challenge is the rise of microplastics, tiny plastic particles that have spread across the planet and entered ecosystems in ways scientists are only beginning to fully understand. Microplastics are generally defined as plastic fragments measuring less than 5 millimeters in diameter. Some are manufactured intentionally for use in products such as cosmetics, cleaning agents, and industrial materials. Others are formed when larger plastic items gradually break down under the influence of sunlight, wind, waves, and physical wear. Plastic bottles, food packaging, fishing nets, and synthetic clothing all contribute to the growing abundance of these microscopic particles. What makes microplastics particularly troubling is their extraordinary ability to travel. Scientists have discovered them in oceans, rivers, lakes, deserts, mountain ranges, and even remote polar regions. Tiny plastic particles have been found in Arctic ice and on isolated islands far from major population centers. Their presence in such locations demonstrates that no corner of the Earth is completely free from human influence. One of the primary routes through which microplastics enter the environment is the washing of synthetic textiles. Clothes made from materials such as polyester, nylon, and acrylic release thousands of microscopic fibers during a single wash cycle. These fibers often pass through wastewater treatment systems and eventually reach natural waterways. Similarly, vehicle tires gradually wear down while driving, producing plastic particles that are carried into rivers and oceans by rainwater. Over time, these sources contribute enormous quantities of microplastics to the environment. The oceans have become one of the most visible symbols of the microplastic problem. Marine animals frequently encounter these particles while feeding. Small organisms such as plankton can ingest microplastics, which may then move up the food chain as larger animals consume smaller ones. Fish, seabirds, turtles, and marine mammals have all been found to contain plastic particles within their bodies. Researchers are investigating how this exposure affects growth, reproduction, and overall health in various species. The issue extends beyond wildlife. In recent years, scientists have detected microplastics in drinking water, table salt, fruits, vegetables, and seafood. As a result, humans are likely consuming and inhaling microplastic particles on a regular basis. Studies have identified microplastics in human blood, lung tissue, and even the placenta. While these discoveries have attracted considerable attention, researchers emphasize that many questions remain unanswered. The long-term effects of microplastic exposure on human health are still being investigated, and scientists are working to determine the extent of any potential risks. Another concern involves the ability of microplastics to interact with chemicals in the environment. Plastic particles can absorb pollutants from surrounding water and soil. When organisms consume these particles, they may also be exposed to the substances attached to them. This complex relationship between plastics and environmental contaminants has become an important area of scientific research. Despite the scale of the challenge, efforts to address microplastic pollution are increasing around the world. Governments have introduced restrictions on certain plastic products, while companies are developing alternative materials that may reduce environmental impact. Researchers are also designing more effective filtration systems capable of capturing microscopic particles before they enter natural ecosystems. Public awareness campaigns have encouraged consumers to reduce single-use plastics, recycle responsibly, and make more sustainable purchasing decisions. However, experts generally agree that solving the microplastic problem will require a combination of technological innovation, policy changes, industrial responsibility, and individual action. Because plastics are deeply integrated into modern life, completely eliminating them is unlikely in the near future. Instead, the goal is to reduce unnecessary plastic use and prevent waste from entering the environment in the first place. The story of microplastics serves as a reminder that even the smallest forms of pollution can have global consequences. Invisible to most people on a daily basis, These tiny particles have become a symbol of humanity's growing environmental footprint. As scientific understanding continues to develop, microplastics may prove to be one of the defining environmental issues of the 21st century, challenging societies to rethink how materials are produced, used, and ultimately discarded.